Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have a special little project today, and again I'm focusing on Secret Sea, which is my favourite blue just now. So yeah, I've had to switch up my device holder because I've been having issues with the distance that the Facebook Live's focusing on. It's bringing me way up in the screen. Right, so there is a blog post concerning this tutorial as well over on smithscraftycreations.com. Okay, so let's get started. Now, this is a really easy layout, and I do hope that you can kind of join in and have a little go creating this card project. So, what you're going to need... Now, I have all the measurements here for you guys, because I know you like to get organised. Okay, so I will put this up. This is up in the blog post. So please do go visit for the written measurements. Right, let's do this. Now, what we're going to need is... Now, I found a stash of 6x6 envelopes. However, when you put a 6x6 card in, they are really, really nippet. So... what I've done is, if you take a sheet of A4 basic white and down the longest side, cut it down to 5 7/8, and then simply fold in half, you get a 5 7/8 squared card base. So it's just tiny, tiny, 1/8 of an inch smaller than 6x6. Now, we are using some of the new ink colours. The first one being... we've got Secret Sea, and we also have, if I can find it, Cloud Cover. So these are the main focus colours for this card today. So we have a matte layer cardstock, which measures 5 5/8 squared. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that on. I did write in pencil. This will all be covered up, so I just thought it'd be easier for me to save me keep on looking at a list. Okay, so 5 5/8 square gives a little 1/8 of an inch border all the way round. Okay, now I am using Country Woods Designer Series paper, so we need a panel that's 5 3/8 squared. Okay, now this was in last year's annual catalogue, and I'm happy to report it's in our new annual catalogue that just launched last month as well. So I thought, yay, because it's one of my favourites. So we're just going to lay that panel on there really easily. And obviously you can adapt this template to whatever card template size you prefer. Now, the next piece is... we're going to do a square centerpiece. Okay, so some matte layers. It's a new focal point for the card, and we need to apply that to the top center of the card, because we also have a sentiment strip down here, which we are going to stamp on and attach as well. So just kind of lay your bits and bobs out roughly, and then we'll take it from there. So let's first of all stick down the colour card mat. Okay, so just the best you can. So what I'm trying to do is gauge, make sure it's straight, Tricia, is same distance here as between the sentiment layers. Now, I'm not going to be stamping on this today. I'm going to be sticking on some... well, I am going to stamp one image actually, but I'm going to be sticking on some fussy cut images. So you could do that before you apply it to your matte base, or you could do it afterwards like I'm doing. Okay, so let's just pop. Sorry, I forgot to say the sizes of those. The coloured card mat is 3 5/8 squared, and then the white panel is 3 1/2 squared. Our little sentiment section is 3 5/8 in length by 7/8. So let's stick that on, and then we'll put the white layer on once I've stamped the sentiment on it. Right, again, let's make sure that's all lining up. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then this will go on here once we've stamped on it. So pop that to the side a wee second. Now I am using the Impressions Abloom online exclusive stamp set. So I've already stamped and fussy cut out the daisy on here. Now I've used the infill stamp and I've just stamped it once in Balmy Blue, then twisted it and stamped it again in the Secret Sea to get a double daisy. So there's a nice little tip for you today. And I've done 2 little leaves like so. Now what I need to do though is I need to take this stem stamp and stamp it directly onto this panel. Now what we want to do is roughly place where our daisy is going to go. Okay, like so. So I need this round about here. So I'm going to take a mental note of that. Okay, we're going to stick the bit on here. I'm going to open the Secret Sea stamp pad. Okay, and let me just gauge roughly again. Yep, I'm going to do it here. Ta-da! Really easy. Really easy. Now I will keep my ink pad open because I need to do the sentiment. So I'm just cleaning that off with my chamois. And I'll pop that right back in with my stamps. Oops, I've got a little extra die cut out here. Now I just fussy cut these images out. I don't actually have the coordinating dies, but you can buy the stamp set and the dies as a bundle, or you can buy the whole suite, which is Floral Impressions Suite Collection. And at the minute you're getting buy one suite collection full price, get a second one half price. So Brucey bonus bargain there for y'all. Right, now let's just use up the last of these dimensionals. So we're going to pop the daisy on like so. And these I am going to put on flush. However, I am going to take my bone folder. I'm going to curl one petal down. I'm going to curl the other petal up like so. So it gives a little 3D effect. And obviously when you're posting this out, it will go flat. So let's just pop a little bit glue on there. What we want to do is press and hold it. I think I'll actually do this one the other way as well, actually, so it's matching. So let me just, you could do that with your finger if you want for quickness. We'll pop that one there. Isn't it gorgeous? Do like it. Now obviously it's not got as much of a curve on it because I use my finger, but you get the gist of it. So there we have a gorgeous little 3D daisy. Now we need to stamp a sentiment on here. Now another little tip for you, if you don't really feel like being creative, as in creating a card or a design of a card, do what I do, take a stamp set, stamp out and die cut or fussy cut some of the images, and then just simply keep them stored in the back, as long as your stamps aren't on them. Keep them stored in there, and then when you go to do another project, you've forgotten you've done them, and you're like, oh, look at that, the work's already done. Right, now, this I am going to stamp. Now, I have a feeling this might be just a little bit nippet. But you know what? I am not going to waste the bit of card. So this is a sentiment that says, I appreciate you. Okay, and we're going to pop it in the middle and try and get it all on there like so. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's nice. Okay, take your stamp out, put it back in your package. Fantastic. Right, so now we need to pop this on here. So I do have the pencil mark space up there, so what I want to do is rub them out. If I can find my rubber. And of course, it's the usual, when you really need something, you can't find it. Oh, I found it, here it is. So I'm just going to rub that out, because I think I'll actually pop this up with dimensionals to give it some 3D effect. Another idea you can have is if you've got any of these little wobble elements, you could actually attach the daisy with a wobble and have it moving around. So there's another little tip. Right, now I am going to get scissors. Okay, and I'm just going to take one of the strips off the end, pop it on there, like so, and then we're going to place it in the middle. So make sure it's nice and centred before you commit to pushing down. I think that's really, really nice. Now, one thing to finish it off, I think, because I have not yet used my in colour embellishments. So these are the flat petals. So if we open this up, we can see that we've got, oh yeah, I have used them actually. We've got the Secret Sea ones here. We could also use the cloud cover, which is here. I might do that actually. So take your pick tool. Okay, and we're going to lift and press our little embellishments. 2 in the corner, 1 down here. And I think that finishes off the card beautiful there. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I do have an order to put in shortly and I cannot wait. I've got 2 sweets sitting in my basket. Buy one, get one half price. And I'm so excited. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. Like I say, do visit the blog smithscraftycreations.com and you will find all the measurements written down in there that you can print off for your perusal. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, comment and share. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to see you as a subscriber over my channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.